Let me ask you something, Melissa. How many orgasms do you think you've had today?
At least 50.
Now, yesterday we had sex 5 times.
Yeah, I think so.
The day before yesterday was unusual because we had sex only 2 times. But the day before that, we had sex 5 times.
Yeah.
On those days, so this is the last 4 days we're talking about now. The days when we had sex 5 times, do you want to estimate how many orgasms you had?
100. That is not unusual in our relationship. Yeah.
I would say it's over 100 because some of those times you had more than 30 orgasms in one session. I'm a little more clear-headed than you are during sex. When neither one of us is really counting.
That's true.
But sometimes it's below 20, but sometimes it's over 30. So that's over 100 orgasms. It is very fair to say, in a month, you have more orgasms than most women have in a year. So you have more orgasms than some women have in a lifetime in their whole marriage.
Yeah.
Why were you cheating on me?
It doesn't make sense.
Now, you've lied to me.
I even told the people that I have so many orgasms with you. I never indicated to the people I was cheating on you with that I was sexually dissatisfied. It's not that I was getting more sexual gratification from those cheating relationships. It doesn't even compare at all because Eisel really loves me. He cares for me. He's there for me all the time. He's so involved in my life. He cares about my education. He cares about what I do with the rest of my life, my career. Nobody on earth has spent as much time with me as Eisel. He knows me better than anybody else. So, no, it was so stupid, unbelievably stupid. The stakes were so high. When I first got together with Eisel, he explained open relationships to me, and I've been a nightmare. I have never been as positive and open-minded and just being able to talk about sexuality the way that Eisel does. I was awful. I just was so sex negative. And
you've been lying to me this month about the extent of the cheating.
Yeah.
You've been lying this week and this hour. I have found out within the last hour about cheating I did not know about. And the first video we made earlier is really full of lies. Because of what I learned, I know now from what was doing last year. We had a conversation with a close personal friend of yours a couple days ago, female friend.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You were talking about your struggles. All lies.
It's just all lies.
Everything you told her, you're misleading her and lying to her. Everything you're saying to me is lying. And let me point out, there was an interesting moment in that conversation where I said, hey, when we first came back to Canada from Taiwan, which was the start of the coronavirus lockdown,
yes,
Melissa was actually really optimistic about the open relationship. And for some reason, within just a few months, that changed. She became really pessimistic. She became really negative.
yes.
Okay, well, now I know why.
Yeah.
You cheated on me for a period of more than 1 year.
Yes.
In that period, in exactly the period where you flipped from being positive and encouraging about polyamory and the open relationship to being punitive and negative and cruel to me for no reason. So we were talking about it with your best friend. Just a couple of you lied to her, you lied to me. And we were both saying, oh, gee, isn't that funny? Melissa had this change of heart at that time. Okay? So why don't you tell the audience what you were doing?
So,
there was a man.
Yes, I'm sorry, I will get to it. I'm just trying to formulate. Okay. Yes, I had one relationship prior to my relationship with Isel. And I had my relationship with Isel. Okay? So I have only had sex with 2 men in my life.
No.
Okay?
You recorded your open vagina.
I know.
In videos. You masturbated on camera for another man. No evasion, no going back to, no justification.
I'm not making
what
justifications
happened
for it. I am just explaining.
You've lied to me about this until today. You've lied about it again and again. You lied to your best friend about it a couple days ago. You've lied to me about it within this hour. You only admitted what happened with this more than 1 year long infidelity that had terrible impacts on my life. And that you didn't mention in the video we recorded just an hour ago, say approximately.
Yeah.
Okay? So I ask you what happened. No, you are not going to tell your life story starting with your ex-boyfriend you were with before me or how you lost your virginity. No. Okay. What happened?
I was optimistic about the open relationship in the months prior. In the months prior, Isel had been on some dating apps, so I decided that I would try a dating app. So I went on Tinder, and one night I happened to match with somebody who was living in Seattle, and the coronavirus restrictions were in place. So although we matched and chatted and talked about meeting, it was not possible to meet in person because of the coronavirus restrictions on travel. And this started a year-long affair in which I was not telling Isel the truth.
You were sneaking away to take nude photographs of yourself.
Yes, sneaking away.
You were taking videos of your vagina, of yourself masturbating.
Right.
You were thinking about this guy when you masturbate, correct?
Yes, and
vice versa.
I don't want to embarrass
And
anybody.
he sent you videotape of himself masturbating.
Okay.
Correct?
Yes. Can I just say, I don't mean to embarrass anybody, but I struggled to even have one orgasm, and it's in part because I had been somebody who didn't masturbate much in my life. I didn't watch porn, and so it was so not sexually good compared to my sexual relationship with Isel. Like it's.
But no you ruined your relationship with me permanently.
Yes.
Forever.
Yes.
For this dude.
Yes.
Who is smaller than me.
Yes.
Uglier than me.
Yes.
He actually has a physical disability. He has a malformed penis, you're telling me.
Yes.
Please describe his penis for the audience.
His penis is large, but he has a condition which I'm not sure if it's pronounced phimosis or...
Phimosis, yeah.
Meaning that the foreskin does not contract.
So what you told me was that he can't get a proper erection.
Yeah, he really can't. His erection was looked like it. Yeah, couldn't, like his penis could not become fully erect.
And you watched this guy dribble out orgasms out of his dysfunctional, non-fully erect penis. I'm sorry, I remember the dude. He was ugly.
Yeah, he's yes, but he was just seemed genuinely interested in me and seemed to care. I'm not suggesting that Isel does not care or is not genuinely interested in me. Isel really genuinely cares about me and is genuinely interested in me.
But you didn't reciprocate.
I am not saying that I was like...
What we're covering in the first video, you weren't interested in me and you didn't care about me. You treated me like shit during all those years. I mean, in brief, we're not going to make this into an in-depth video. Down to, you lied about this to me, down to and including today, down to this hour. Okay? So you've ruined my life for 7 years. You've ruined my life as an author. You've ruined what I can do in terms of education, in terms of career. I sacrificed everything for you. You've ruined my YouTube channel, right? You've ruined my life as a comedian. You've ruined everything I wanted to do. You've ruined my relationship with my daughter. Right? My daughter's now 10 years old. 11? 11? Time flies. Yeah, I haven't seen her since she was 5. Right?
Yeah.
You ruined my last memories of seeing my daughter. One of my reasons for staying with you was the hope that together we'd see my daughter again one day. Right?
Yeah, I had a huge responsibility because of your daughter. I should have taken that seriously.
I'm a public figure. I'm a tiny, unsuccessful public figure. You putting nude videotape of yourself on the internet is a big decision. It has big impacts for me.
Yeah, they were private messages, but I understand with...
Oh, no, they weren't. His wife saw them. You were cheating on me and he was cheating on his wife.
Well...
And his wife saw... We're not going to get into the details.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay. Fine.
His wife saw the images and videos and she wrote to you calling you a whore.
Yeah.
So tell me something. Have you ever done anything to make this up to me, to apologize to me, to make it right? Have you ever done anything to take responsibility or make amends?
No, but I want to.
Every time you tell me you're coming clean, every time you tell me you're admitting, like you sent a secret gift to this other man you were trying to sleep with.
Yeah.
And I ask, what's in the gift? And you lie to me and lie to me and lie. It was like 6 lies. And then finally I find out what was really in the gift.
Not because I told you.
That's right, you just got caught. But anyway, I'm leaving these details.
Because the other
Yeah,
guy
he
told
talked to me. Yeah, right, sure.
The other guy said,
Right.
yes, this gift contained...
Right, and you lied to me and lied to me and lied to me that was a sexual relationship, that you really were trying to sleep with this guy. And like it was like in stages, and then you finally came clean. Okay, there is, I'm sure the audience will remember there was the large black guy who's a bodybuilder. You've added that off camera that he's not that large. But that's topic for another video. But anyway, there was this black guy who you also had this infidelity with. Right? Unconsummated infidelity, but still that went on for years that you lied to me about and concealed. But now this is a whole other huge infidelity and set of lies that I didn't know about until this hour. That I didn't know about until today.
Yeah, and I give you credit. I when I first started talking about this tonight, I said, you're going to kill me. So, yeah, I give you credit for talking about it. You are a much better person than myself.
So, do you think I would ever do something like this to you?
No. And if you did, I would not have any room to complain.
When you think of the most beautiful women who tried to sleep with me,
yeah.
and how you ruined that for me, I just don't get how do you live with yourself? And I just want to add, they weren't just beautiful. They were brilliant too. I knew a woman who was beautiful. She was a white woman who taught herself Chinese and ancient Latin and Greek. She was beautiful and brilliant.
Yeah.
You ruined that for me. Other women had other redeeming qualities. I don't want to, go on and on here.
Yeah,
even that woman I met who was just studying Greek. This is a different one.
That woman that you're talking about, she wanted you to break up with me and be with her.
Well, she never admitted that. I agree. That's what was going on with it. I agree.
She
but
asked,
secret.
why are you still with her?
Yeah.
That was prior to.
Okay, so tell me something. The men you were cheating on me with.
That was prior to my ever cheating that she said that. Why are you still with her? Because we'd had so many relationship problems prior.
No, that was. It's not worth getting to, but no, that was long after. That was when she got back in touch with me. That was years later. So no, that was years after this infidelity. It's not worth getting into that. But yeah.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, including women I just met at stand-up comedy clubs where there was a brief interaction, including one woman we met who was studying Greek, kind of a language connection. You poisoned and sabotaged and ruined the positive connections I could have had. Again and again and again. Like, from my perspective, you held me to this very strange standard where I had to care so much about your feelings, right? And I was up for the challenge, basically. I was like, yeah, sure, I should try to really, I should really care about Melissa's feelings, you know what I mean? And at exactly the same time, you did not care about my feelings in any way. And again, I can't narrate this whole thing. It's not just cheating. It's not just lying. It's betrayal. It's broken promises. It's like literally you wrote down, I am going to do this in the next 6 months. And then you didn't do it. And during those 6 months, you cheated on me. Like, it's like that kind of thing. There's so many broken promises. Like lies of that kind. And a lot of them are connected in a complex way to the infidelity, right? Like, it's not like a simple cause and effect. It's not like, Melissa didn't give a fuck about keeping her promises because she was so busy having sex with this guy. No, you didn't physically have sex with anybody. But for anyone in this audience, okay, there were 2 different men that you recorded yourself masturbating on camera for. If I had done that for a woman, you would consider it cheating. For you to film your open vagina masturbating and send it to another man, which you did with 2 different men that you lied about and concealed from me. If a woman sent that to me and I lied to you about it and concealed, if I do the equivalent for a woman, of course it's cheating.